These children walk the hallways of Eastbrook Academy on their way to their next class.
Our school is very diverse socioeconomically and racially. They'd like to have a school where the children that their children attend with don't look always exactly like their kids. And so we have that opportunity here.
Many students are here because of the Milwaukee Parental Choice Program, the oldest voucher program in the nation.
The original voucher program was very, very small. It's called the Milwaukee Parental Choice Program.
The Choice Program has helped several thousand Milwaukee students get a quality education.
Ever since 1994, there have been periodic battles to keep the program alive, to keep the funding where it started out to be, to prevent too much regulation, to lift an enrollment cap. Our hope going forward is that we can, with the climate that we're in right now, make changes to create a program that is solid, sustainable, has fairer funding, and so on. So that's our next goal after the first 20 years.
Susan Mitchell has been working to expand school choice options for more than 20 years. She's heard the arguments that school choice doesn't produce a good student. She says the Milwaukee program works, and the proof is in the graduation rates.
Probably the most concrete measure of achievement that we have so far is graduation rates. The students in the program graduate at higher rates than the students in Milwaukee public schools, and they do so with considerably less taxpayer support. People understand that graduation rates are probably the simplest measure of future success. So we find that very heartening. That's not to say that there's not more to do. We want to see even better gains than that. But that's a measure that is very, very significant.
Eastbrook is a K-12 school.
One of the things we do, we have a philosophy at this school that we set the bar high. And because we set the bar high, we have to work very hard to help all the kids get over that bar.
Dr. Chuck Moore is the head of the school.
They're often reading and doing math at a second grade level when they're in first grade, and at a first grade level when they're in kindergarten. By the time they get through high school, our senior graduating class last year had an average ACT test score of 29.25, which is very respectable.
Matt Carrigan has been at Eastbrook his entire academic career.
The academics of, I think it's really cool. It's going to help me in college, one, but it's also kind of cool. I take a lot of pride in being able to say that, I've completed calculus as a junior, or, I've done well on the AP Bio test and things like that, just to my friends outside of the school, and it's kind of fun to impress them and wow them with what I've been able to do academically.
He's about to graduate and go on to college.
It's been a long journey, but it's I think it's been really beneficial. It's gonna be an experience that I'll remember. One, because it's taken half my life, but two, because I've made some really lasting friendships, and the teachers here are really great. And they're teachers, but they're also mentors, and I think that's really cool.
Matt's mom also works at the school. She is the college guidance counselor.
When we walked in, there were, I want to say, 24 students in kindergarten and first grade, and actually there was a 3-year-old preschool too that I helped out with. There were about 8 students in that. It was a shared facility with another school, so there was a full K through 8th grade on a couple of different floors, and our assembly seemed very sweet and small.
Now there are an estimated 400 students at Eastbrook.
We graduated our first high school senior class last year with about $250,000 in scholarships offered to those students. They're all at 4-year colleges, and it's been a nice, proven way to show that the commitment to the academics and to fully forming the student has been proved out all the way through 12th grade.
She says she and her husband wanted their children to be educated here for two reasons. First, they were looking at a classical education for their kids.
Secondly, we were sold after several one-on-one meetings with people on the concept of a small school that is committed to diversity and that incorporates the full community in the school itself, so that it's not just racially diverse, but it's economically diverse, it's socially diverse, it's spiritually diverse. And although that was a little scary, we really wanted our children to be part of that.
This is Leona Bush's fourth grade daughter.
I can really appreciate a good school, and the staff they were passionate about not just their subject but the children, and had a love for them, that they would get it, they would understand what they're trying to teach. So I really like that.
There were also high roof.
Her daughter's class is making their presentations based on their studies of medieval times.
She's been challenged in the amount of work that she has, and she doesn't complain, so that's miraculous, because the tendency. So I've seen them grow in that way, and the friendships they've established here are really beautiful.
A consonant diagram is two consonants that makes one sound.
It doesn't matter the grade level. At Eastbrook, all students are motivated to learn.
We really work hard at the culture of the school. I think the school culture is as important as the curriculum. If students come with the idea that here at this school we're going to achieve, they tend to achieve. If they come to a school expecting to fail, they'll probably do that. And so we have high expectations, not just for academics, but for behavior.
Parents say they appreciate the right to choose a school that best fits the needs of their child.
We chose Eastbrook. Actually, we were looking at private schools, but we really wanted something that was diverse, and I think that the location keeps it diverse, as well as choice keeps it diverse.
We picked this school because we felt our children would get a lot of individual attention. The values that are taught at this school are in line with what our family believes.
We picked this school to send our child for several reasons. One was it has great academics. They have a classical educational style, and it's also very diverse. There are children who have the same skin color that she does. She is adopted from Guatemala, so there's many children who were adopted here, and there's many children of various colors.
Take a look at these kids, not even in the first grade yet, and they can read.
O-N. Very good.
Parents say they're amazed at the things their children are learning.
She's memorized Bible verses. She's memorized poems. She is making friends in ways I hadn't had the opportunity to see yet. It's really fun to watch.
Students here love their school.
Since I first came here, extremely challenging. I came here in the 5th grade. I'm now a sophomore, but just learning how to cope. They have really great teachers though, so whatever you don't understand, you have teachers that's there, and you have friends that's there too to help you out. So that's always a plus going to a rigorous school.
CAROLYN says her Eastbrook education has put her ahead of many of her friends who attend different schools.
At least 1 or 2 years ahead. I'm very blessed, I want to say, to be taking chemistry, and I'm in it. It's all advanced classes here, but when I relate, I can always help them out because I'm always a year or 2 ahead.
But she says the academy also focuses on more than education.
Learning a lot, but also the relationships that you develop with not only your teachers but your friends. I've been with a lot of the students in my class for about 6 years now, so it's always, what do you need, or do you want to hang out? It's just a relationship that you develop, not only like an academic relationship, but a spiritual relationship. I've gotten to know them better.
What will life be like for CAROLYN after Eastbrook?
My future plans for college, I do want to attend Harvard University and study business. Yeah, that's pretty much what I want to do, and go and develop other businesses of art. I'm really interested in art.
The Milwaukee Parental Choice Program was created in 1990.
I always think it's a good thing for people, especially adults, to be able to make their own decisions. I'm not a huge fan of the government making decisions for us and just saying, we're going to make this decision for you. I'm a real believer in the free market. I would think with an expanded school choice movement, I'm sure the quality of education could improve and there could be huge tax savings. If you look at the value of a choice voucher and compare it to the spending per pupil, boy, in MPS, the tax savings are tremendous.
Eastbrook was created to challenge and motivate children. The Milwaukee program gives parents who don't have the financial resources the option to choose a school like Eastbrook.
Eastbrook is special. I think I'm trying to imagine for the next decade the importance of this school. The work we're doing in the lives of our students, of course, is huge. Our kids are getting a phenomenal education. They will go on, they will do well in college, they'll be successful, and they're going to have a heart for other people as well. They're not just going to be concerned about themselves. They're going to give back to the community.
The Milwaukee Parental Choice Program works because it puts children in an environment where they want to learn and do well. Just ask Carolyn.
It's great. I like it. It's really a growing experience. I'm not done growing yet, but I'm glad that I came. I don't know where I would be without Eastbrook there to help.
Right now, the Parental Choice Program is only open to low-income families in Milwaukee. The next step is to open it up for everyone in the city, regardless of income.
Go Eastbrook.
In Milwaukee, Teresa Rashid, EAG TV.